to another episode of 10 Minutes with TikTok, one of our mini series where you submit videos that you want us to react to. So today we're going to be reacting to some alligator handling videos and also a viral alligator bite video. In this video, we're also announcing the winner of the TikTok painting. And if you missed the last update, TikTok finally shed her eye caps, so she is looking great.
So this is a super viral video that we've been sent many times where a gentleman gets bit by an alligator. So he scoops under the jaw, hand slips, gets nailed. It's about the worst possible situation you can get in.
He's in like this?
Yeah. And so he's got his other hand, so his hand's in, he's got his other hand grabbing the lower jaw, trying to leverage some control right there. Really, really, really bad situation. Starting to shake him. Really, really bad situation. Somebody throws a trash can. Really bad.
Alright, and he's out.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying, if that ever happens, screaming does absolutely nothing except make everybody panic. So please don't scream like that. Like, it is just so unnecessary, and it's so important.
It's a reaction.
It's so important to stay calm in a situation like that. Like,
yeah, but I mean, these are like regular, normal people. They don't understand.
But even so,
yeah, it's a regular, normal person. Like, they don't understand.
Don't be that person. Don't be that person. It doesn't help. It just causes stress. Okay, now that that's out of the way. If I had my hand in an alligator's mouth, I wouldn't want people screaming. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I know. Okay, so I don't know how to begin on this one because I know that guy. That's Jonathan Shoemaker. I've literally known him since like 2009 or 10, you know, so I've known him for many, many years, know him personally. I used to work at Everglades Alligator Farm where this happened, and I got the job there because of this incident. He was working there, he got bit, this happened, and then there was a job opening, and that's how I got my job there many, many years ago, and I worked there for a couple of years, and I did the exact same show. That's the gator feeding show, and I did the exact same show for many years. Mm-hmm. So I know the ins and outs of everything about this situation and the people in it very, very personally. And everybody always sends me this, and everybody's always like, oh my God, look at this idiot. That guy is an amazing alligator handler.
Amazing handler.
Yeah, people are always like, oh, what an idiot. Like, no, he's a literal pro.
Yeah.
He is an incredibly good alligator handler, mm-hmm. and this is just a slip up. These things happen, you know? And unfortunately, when these kind of things happen, like, if there's ever a video where if I ever get nailed and it's on video, you better believe every single comment is going to be like, what an idiot. You know, even though I've done this my whole life professionally, I've never had a bad accident with an alligator, but as soon as you do, everybody jumps on like, oh man, what a moron, you know? I already get that without it getting bit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if I were ever to get injured by an alligator, I definitely wouldn't want it on video, and I wouldn't want it going viral. That's just like, it's really crappy.
Yeah, it's just horrible, and everybody piles on is like, oh, what an idiot. Like, bro, you don't even know two things about an alligator.
Everybody is suddenly an alligator expert, you know?
Yeah.
But like Chris said, the worst possible thing that can happen to you is getting your body part stuck in an alligator's mouth in between some kind of fence or object.
Yeah, so the thing there is either the gator's going to pull you over the fence in with the other ones, and there's so many there that you are going to very, very likely die, or you're holding back like this and it's going to make him death roll with that resistance and he's going to rip your hand off. And honestly, that's almost best case scenario, because if you get pulled in, you're not going to come out of that, you know? So it's almost better that he rips your hand off. Now, in this instance, though, people are hitting him with a stick, somebody throws a trash can, and his hand is able to slide out of the alligator's mouth, and he gets out of there with minimal damage. But now, that minimal damage, though, because I know Shoe, that's what he goes by, Shoe, because I know him personally, he ended up with some severe tendon, nerve damage, really, really bad. Now, what he's doing is when that gator comes up, he grabs it underneath the chin, right? And if you guys see my videos, I do this all the time. all the time. Grabbing under the chin is a move that alligator handlers use very often. And people, when you do it right, everybody's like, oh, there must be a magical pressure point there. You must touch something that makes it so they can't bite. Case in point, they can bite. There is no magical pressure point. Grabbing him under the chin is a control point to help you try to control the animal, but it is not a safe thing if you mess it up.
And if they're quick, and sometimes they are like doing frontals makes me a little bit nervous. I'm getting a spam call from California. I've literally gotten about 15 of these. 50%
I put my phone in
auto
airplane
insurance.
mode
Okay,
because I'm a professional.
Is literally them trying to sell me auto insurance. Okay, here. It's on airplane mode now.
Amateur hour. Just what a really bad situation.
Yeah.
But I really want to drive home the point that when something does go wrong, to an expert, everybody on the internet jumps on like they're the expert now. Like, oh, the expert failed. I know more now because that doesn't happen to me. Like, you couldn't even walk in there. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes me crazy because this guy's an incredibly skilled handler, and this is just a situation that goes really wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to talk about my accidents on camera, but we have all been hurt by an alligator. You've been hurt, whether it's scratched or death rolled or something. I mean, it might not have been this bad, but we've all been hurt by alligators, and we all know the risks, and this really sucks. I definitely wouldn't want my injury.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it just...
It really sucks.
Again, he's a really good handler, you know,
Yeah.
but to go back to the actual incident when that happens, just being stuck in that situation where you never... I guess what I'm trying to say is never ever reach over a fence or through a fence to any animal, guys. I can't stress that enough, whether it's an alligator or a big cat or your own dog. If you're reaching through the fence and you're playing with an animal and they have their power leveraging against the metal of the fence, like in this video with the alligator, it can break bones so easily, even accidentally. Now, obviously, this is not an accident for the alligator, you know, he's grabbing the guy. But even in accidental situations, people get their fingers broken, their arm broken against a fence by an animal, just because you're being leveraged against this metal object, you know? So you never want to reach over or through a fence with any kind of animal.
And I think this is a really good lesson too, not to judge if you don't know what you're talking about. You know, I definitely in the past couple of years have taken a step back. I see videos and I have an immediate reaction and like, wait, you know, I don't know the full story. I don't know what's going on. So maybe I shouldn't comment or judge. So this is like a perfect instance because this guy is an incredible handler.
Yeah, so many people send us videos and like, what do you think of this guy? Waiting for the reaction of, wow, what a moron. That's what people want. They want their opinions. They want that confirmation bias. They want their opinions reaffirmed. I think this guy's an idiot. You think he's an idiot too, right? And people send us that kind of stuff. Every day I get these. And I just ignore them. You know, I don't go into it. But sometimes those people are idiots. Okay?
A lot of the time.
Yeah, a lot of the time, actually. A lot of them are. But I don't like to go into the, you know, throwing mud on somebody kind of thing. But in this one, this guy's not an idiot. I'm telling you, I've seen him. I've worked with him. He is a really good animal handler. This is just a really bad situation that happened to him. And, you know, it just really sucks. So something that a lot of people are also going to ask about in this video is you see him tapping the alligator on the nose and everybody says he's teasing it, he's antagonizing it. He's trying to get the alligator to come up higher during that demonstration. Now, that does not hurt the alligator in any way. They literally bite each other in the face. A human hand tapping him on the nose does not hurt the animal.
It just encourages him to open and to come up higher.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's not trying to tease it or antagonize. He's trying to bring the alligator up higher.
He's trying to do an educational show for hundreds of tourists.
Yeah. So a lot of people see that and they're like, oh, he deserved it because he was teasing. It's not teasing it, you know. Yeah, it's just not as bad as it looks when you take it out of context like that and you don't understand the animals or what you're doing, you know.
We should probably talk about what to do in this situation. I mean, honestly, it's all situational, and in certain cases you might get lucky and it might work. In other cases you might have your arm ripped off. But I think in this situation, the best thing to do is to get a long stick and try to just put it in the alligator's mouth and kind of open.
So there is no right answer. There is absolutely no, this is what you should do here to be safe. No, there's nothing about that because what can happen here, so to break it down, if you pull back hard, the alligator is going to pull back harder the other direction. Or if you put a stick in his mouth and you start prying, you're probably going to get him to want a death roll. There's not a right answer here. Now, maybe it would work. Maybe it will. I can also very, very much see from an alligator psychology standpoint, he's going to want a death roll when you do that. So once he does get bit, you can see him reach across with his other hand immediately and try to poke the eyes to get him to release. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't work. There's no right answer here. There are several options you can do. It might work, it might not work. It depends on the individual animal and how they're going to react. So him trying to poke the eyes, he went for that immediately, didn't do anything, you know? Like she was saying, if you put the stick in the mouth, that might work, it might not work. It could go literally either way.
You can try pushing the glottis, might work, you might not even be able to get it in with if its mouth is like this.
Yeah.
When I first started working with alligators and I was learning what to do if somebody gets bit, they basically told me, well, if someone has the arm in the mouth, you can go and try to touch the alligator and get it to spin and open at you and let the hand go, or it's going to take the hand with it. So like you honestly never know what you're getting. It's all situational.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of understanding behavior and also I think a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I mean, each alligator's different. It's going to make his own choice.
Yeah.
There's definitely things that will make it more likely to go wrong, but even the things that are, you know, the best plans don't always work out the way you want them to, and the animal's going to react however it's going to react, you know, and you can't really predict it. Now, also on that note, though, when he goes to reach for the eyes, there's a viral story of a little girl getting bit by an alligator, and she puts her fingers in the alligator's nose and it lets go. That is another one that, like, maybe it'll work. Just like the eyes, you poke him in the eye, maybe he'll let go. You poke him in the nose, maybe he'll let go. You stick your finger in his ear, maybe he'll let go. Maybe he won't. It totally depends. You know, I definitely...
I don't know how sticking your fingers in an alligator's nose would work, though, because the nostrils are sealed shut underwater.
I think it's more...
And they can hold their breath like 6 hours, so
no,
I just don't...
Well, I think that is a situation that is more of... you're not actually doing anything to the alligator except making it uncomfortable. That's a wild alligator that's investigating the person. It's not determined on what it's trying to do, and just making it uncomfortable in any way gets it to release. You know, if she had just hit it in the nose, not even poked it, just hit it with a fist in the nose, not penetrating the nostrils at all, it would have let go just the same, because it is an animal that is investigating and curious, not attacking.
I also think videos like this are important because you guys are hearing this may work, this may not work, but when you hear like the viral story of the girl sticking the fingers in the nose, everyone's like, that's how I'm going to escape. It's like, no, that was luck. That is not like a foolproof way. So I definitely think talking about things like this is important.
Well, so here's another thing to back all of this up is if you get bit by an alligator, what do you do next? Depends on what the alligator's motivation was. In this instance, this is an animal that is very used to people and is being fed and knows it's being fed and has a feeding response for the bite.
Yeah, this is not a defensive or aggressive bite. This alligator wants food.
Exactly. Now, in the instance of the little girl getting bit by the alligator, that's a wild alligator that is curious and investigating. And so any resistance given to that animal will get it to let go and turn around. I've had alligators coming in to bite me, and all I had to do is literally turn and face them the right way, and boom, they take off. Because they are just curious. They're coming in to investigate, and I'm in the water with them. So it totally depends on the situation and what the animal's motivation was.
Yeah. So another thing that potentially may work, we know somebody who did this, if it's a feeding response and they bite you, what's going to happen is when you go limp, they're going to eventually open their mouth to toss the meat or whatever it is back. So if you go limp and kind of just walk with the alligator, when they open to toss your hand back, you have a second to pull it out, which again might not always work, but that's a pretty good way. In this situation, you can't.
Yeah, you can't do it here. But I've used that technique multiple times when they get something they're not supposed to have.
Yeah.
I've had alligators grab water bottle,
balls.
tennis ball, cardboard box every time.
Cell phone?
Not me, no.
Boris ate a cell phone.
Oh, not on me. Not on my watch. But I have had them get things like that and did exactly that. I just held on to the object and walked with them until they go to throw it back and then snatch it right out of their mouth.
So we wanted to react to a few more videos, but honestly, 10 minutes with TikTok is turning more into like 20 minutes with TikTok. So I don't know if you guys like that or if we should just do like weekly episodes of just one video. Let us know what you think. But now we're gonna do the giveaway winner. So I have to do like a
drum roll.
Yeah. Congratulations to Megan Powell from Denver, Colorado. You have won the TikTok painting. So you have, let's say 48 hours to respond. So send us an email with your address and we will get this out to you. And thank you so much for everybody who entered the giveaway, and we will be doing more giveaways in the future.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching the video. Leave in the comments. Let us know what you think. And make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on our next 10 Minutes with TikTok.
20 minutes with TikTok.
20 minutes with TikTok. However it ends up going.